right, this week we are continuing on with our poetry, prose, and drama unit. What we are going to do today is we are going to talk about evidence of poetry in a text. So what you should have in front of you is Spaghetti by Shel Silverstein, the poem edition. It should be the first one that's called Spaghetti in your ELA packet, as well as the evidence of poetry in a text worksheet. On my screen, you'll see both of those things, so I want you to make sure you have both of those in front of you right now. I'm going to read Spaghetti. We are going to talk about clues to look for when you're reading a poem, and then we're going to fill out text 1 together. And then after that, you are going to look up your own poem, or you could write your own even, and you are going to fill out text 2. So you can either write your own poem or find one online and then fill out the evidence of poetry in a text number 2. All right, so let's do the first one together. First, we need to read Spaghetti by Shel Silverstein. Spaghetti, spaghetti, all over the place, up to my elbows, up to my face, over the carpet and under the chairs, into the hammock and would round the stairs, filling the bathtub and covering the desk, making the sofa a mad, mushy mess. The party is worried. I'm terribly worried. The guests have all left, unless they're all buried. I told them bring presents. I said throw confetti. I guess they heard wrong, 'cause they all threw spaghetti. All right, so that is our poem, Spaghetti. And now let's look at the evidence of poetry in the text. When you are reading and trying to decide if what you are reading is poetry, there are some clues that you can look for. The first one is rhyme scheme. Remember, that means when words at the end of lines rhyme. Stanzas or verses. Remember, when you write a poem or you read a poem, they are written in stanzas or verses. The lines clump together, not in a paragraph. Figurative language, and it's written in lines, not complete sentences. All right, so fill this out with me as we go through text 1. For title and author, it is Spaghetti by Shel Silverstein. Okay? Evidence 1. What's the first thing that we notice that makes this poetry? Well, it has rhyme scheme because the words all over the, oh, it stopped typing. Oh, my computer's loading. I might have typed too much. There we go. All over the, oops. Let's try again. It has rhyme scheme. It says all over the place, and that rhymes with up to my face. So that is one evidence that what we are reading is poetry. It has rhyme scheme. All right, what's another thing in Spaghetti by Shel Silverstein that tells us that it is poetry? What do we think? It's written in lines. It's not written in complete sentences. It's written in individual lines. Spaghetti, spaghetti all over the place, up to my elbows and up to my face. So that's one complete sentence, but it's not just one complete sentence written in one line. It's separate lines. So that's another proof that this is poetry. What about evidence number 3? I'm going to give you a minute to try and think about what you think we should put for evidence 3 for Spaghetti by Shel Silverstein being poetry. Do you have an idea? What about that it's written in stanzas? There are specifically 2 stanzas in this. All right? There are 2. Here's 1, and here's 2. All right? So that is our evidence, our 3 pieces of evidence for Spaghetti by Shel Silverstein. What I want you to do now is either research and find another poem, or write your own poem and prove to me why it's poetry, because you use rhyme scheme, figurative language, stanzas, or it's written in lines. Or if you find your own poetry or you find some on the internet, show me what it is, write the title and author, and then show me the 3 pieces of evidence that you found to prove to me that it is a poem. All right, tomorrow we will do prose, Wednesday we will do drama, and Thursday you will take a quick assessment over poetry, prose, and drama. So come back tomorrow. We are going to do the same thing, but with prose. All right, I'll see you tomorrow.